Martin Campman, Forrest Griffin.
Right.
I can't think of all the guys. Sorry if I forgot you. But, we were training together for a long time.
Right.
We really started that gym. Randy decided to open the gym. We were excited that we didn't have to start meeting up at different gyms every day.
Right.
So we started building that camp from ground up. We taught all the public classes, got all the public in there. And then with the experience and knowledge of Randy, it just took us to a whole nother level.
Right.
And, I can't, like you said, you can't have a better person to let you know where you need to go from a loss or even from a victory. So, one thing Randy's always said is it's about taking the right fights, not the number of fights you take in that year. So, more so quality than quantity, and I'm being patient at taking it one step at a time.
Right. Now, I'm sure you've been asked this next question, a million times, but, your biggest win, I'm going to say Uriah Faber. Is that something you might want to see down the line? No,
I don't. It's funny. People always ask about fighting Uriah again, and if you think about it, why would I fight him again? I beat him the first time.
Right.
I understand I was his only loss, and blah 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 blah. And my biggest win is actually Dwayne Ludwig because I feel that's what set me off and put me in the UFC.
Okay.
So, although that was a very big win in my career up and coming, I think the biggest win that set me up for great success was Dwayne.
Okay.
Who was also a nice guy and stopped by the gym. He's the coolest dude I ever met, actually. Probably the only guy I've really been friendly with after I fought. Me and Uriah are pretty cordial, but I wouldn't consider us buddies.
Yeah.
But
well, what if
Uriah's had the fight on the table? I told him a long time ago he could fight me at 155. I dropped down to his weight class to fight him at 145 the first time I beat him. He wouldn't give me a catchweight then, and he asked me for a catchweight after that, and of course, on principle alone, I wasn't going to do it. So, that offer's been on the table for a long time. I think I'm just too big of a fighter for him, and if he makes the move up to 55, which I doubt he will, because I think 145 is a great weight class for him, and he's been doing great there. He hasn't lost there, since I beat him. But
what if he starts one of his John campaigns? He's a good talker. He could sell a fight.
I'll never take a fight on a personal matter. I'm sure you guys know out there Nate Diaz is supposed to be talking crap or whatever, but I'll never take a fight on personal matters.
Yeah, what do you think about Nate Diaz? He gets one fight in the UFC. It was in a slick submission, that's fine. But then he starts calling out, some really tough guys. Not only yourself, but other top lightweights.
Well, he's a tough fighter himself.
And he has that Diaz bravado, I guess, if you want to.
Yeah, and more than anything, he's trying to market and probably sell a fight and get that fight, and that's great for him. But I'm not going to be the guy that falls for it. I'm not going to be the guy to take a fight on a personal matter. Where he's at in his career and where I'm at in my career just wouldn't make sense. Same with the Uriah Faber fight. Why would I try and make that fight happen?
It's a good point.
Unless I was looking for a payday or something like that. But I don't see why. It doesn't make sense for me. I'm a true sportsman, I think, and I take this stuff, seriously about who you fight next and moving myself up on the ladder.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that comes with your strong wrestling background. I think the work ethic of wrestlers, just in general, high school and college, and the way you guys view the competitive side of MMA, it's kind of a personality trait with wrestlers, I think.
I've dealt with all that stuff in high school. You wrestle guys every year that you wrestled the year before.
You see them again, right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of you learn to put the personal stuff aside, or even the losses for that matter, and just you got to have short-term memory in the sport and just move on and not think about anything. Even the big wins. Everyone always asks me about Uriah Faber, but I forgot about that until people always bring it up again.
Right.
I don't keep that in the back of my mind, and if I lose one day, I go, well, at least I beat Uriah. No, I don't think about that. If I lose, I got to win after that.
Yeah, good attitude. So brand new year, 2008. We're starting off. It's the first full month. What does 2008 have in store for you, bro?
I hope a lot of big names and a lot of big wins. I want to start finishing fights like I used to. I had, I think it was 8 fights where I finished guys, before the judges got to decide. And I want to get back to those ways of finishing opponents, whether it's early or late in the fight. I really don't care. But I'm going to work on putting people out and finishing them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think your nickname could be King of Split Decisions right now. So I think that's a fairly good approach for you. Go in there and try to finish it. Well, is there anything you want to say to your fans before we get out of here, bud?
Just thanks for supporting me from day one. There's a few guys that saw that Uriah fight and a few guys that hadn't. But thanks everybody for being out there and supporting me. we'll see. Hopefully, see you with a win on Saturday night.
Right on, Tyson. Well, thanks for taking the time, brother.
No problem.